Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce this from Group 2 which consists of Alwa Nur Afiatin Ajiz, Evi Nur Abibah, Puji Agustina, Ida Nur Alia, and Puput Nur Alifa. Here we will discuss material about the entry of Islam into Japan and Korea. Let's see. Korea dates back to the 9th century during the United Silla period with the arrival of Persian and Arab traders and navigators. According to many Muslim geographers, including the 9th century Persian Muslim explorer and geographers Ibn Khardabi, many of them settled permanently in Korea, establishing Muslim villages. Some of the assimilation to Buddhism and Shamanism occurred due to Korea's geographical isolation from the Muslim world. The entry of Islam to Korea leads to the following dynasties. 1. Goryeo Dynasty. Trade relations between the Islamic world and the Korean peninsula continued with the kingdom of Goryeo until the 50th century. As a result, a number of Muslim traders from the Near East and Central Asia settled in Korea and founded families there. At least one major Korean clan, the Kang family with a place in the village of Toksu, claims to be descended from Muslim families. Several Hui Muslim fortuna also appear to have lived in the kingdom of Goryeo. In 1154, Korea was included the World Atlas of Arab geographer Muhammad al-Idrisi, Tabula Reggiana. The world's oldest map of Korea, the Kangnido, draws knowledge of the western region from Islamic geography. 2. Joseon Dynasty. In the early Joseon period, the Islamic calendar served as the basis for the calendar due to reforms for superior accuracy over the existing Chinese calendar. The Korean tradition of the Waiwadifa, a text combining Chinese astronomy with Islamic astronomy, was studied in Korea under the Joseon Dynasty during the time of Seong the Great in the 15th century. The tradition of Chinese Islamic astronomy persisted in Korea until the early 19th century. However, due to Korea's political and geographical isolation during the Joseon period, Islam eventually disappeared in Korea until it was reintroduced in the 20th century. It is believed that many religious practices and teachings could not survive. However, in the 19th century, Korean settlers in Manchuria re-established contact with Islam, becoming the first clerics Muslim in modern times. Islam was introduced to Korea by the Turkish brigands who came to aid Korea during the war. Since then, Islam has continued to grow in Korea and was adopted by a significant number of native Koreans. 1. KMF. KMF is the first organization in South Korea that started from the Islamic community originating from South Korea itself. KMF carries out Islamic da'wah through education, mass media, and social issues to the people of South Korea. KMF is also a da'wah institution to build the foundation of Islam in Korea. Dawah activities carried out by KMF include Arabic and English courses, as well as several launches of other Islamic countries such as Malaysia, Indonesia, Iran, and Turkey. Then the Quran School every week for Muslim children, as well as holding seminars on issues that occur in the Islamic world. KMF also provides consultation and health service to Muslim immigrants, works and provide information on the nearest mosque or praying room to North Korea. 2. PCINU South Korea. One of the organizations that broadcasts Islam in South Korea is Nahdlatul Ulama. He explained that the VCNU or Nahdlatul Ulama Special Branch was an overseas branch of NU with Indonesian residents residing in the country. The chairman, VCNU, of South Korea, Muhammad Habibi, said that the development of Islam in South Korea is currently experiencing quite drastic developments. The alumnus of the Salafiyah Syafi'iyah Islamic boarding school Kardio Situbondo said that so far, NU residents in South Korea have been active in preaching through resistance Ismos. However, according to him, in the future, NU will also broadcast Islam through culture. Indicators of the development of Islam in South Korea. Among others, the first is that there are now many mosques in South Korea. There are around 90 mosques built by Indonesia Muslim alone, not to mention mosques built by Muslims from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Middle Eastern countries, and others.
So, in conclusion, the entry of Islam into Korea dates back to the 19th century during the United Silla period with the arrival of Persian and Arab traders and navigators. The entry of Islam to Korea was related to several dynasties, including the Goryeo dynasties and the Joseon dynasties. The figure who brought Islam to Korea was the Turkish Brigade, the Korean Islamic Organization (KMF) and VCINU South Korea.
Thus, a brief explanation of the development of Islam in Korea. Thank you for watching the video explaining the development of Islam in Korea and Japan. Sorry if there is an error. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.